The Maxdale Bridge was constructed in 1914. It was originally built to connect the farm road to the local graveyard. The cemetery, which is located nearby, was established in 1863 and is the oldest recorded cemetery in Bell County. Just 8 miles south of Killeen, Texas, the Maxdale Bridge and Cemetery are known for rumors of its paranormal activities. Locals of the Central Texas area had long told the tales, legends, and rumors of these hauntings that span over many decades.
My name is Mary Jo Fraley. I'm a 65-year-old retired insurance agent, married and mother of 2. I'm the founder of Blue Bonnet Paranormal of Moody, and I also work with Light Paranormal and Walk at the Moon.
My name is Randy Seidel. I grew up in Park Heights, Killeen area, and I was born in '75, so I spent some time in Germany growing up and then moved back as a military kid and stationed in Fort Hood, so that's where I went to school and everything.
I do believe in the paranormal, beginning at the age of 15 when I had a haunted bedroom. Something would climb up on the bed with me. I could hear heavy breathing in my room. Something would try to pull the covers off of me. And I lived like that for 2 years, so that's basically what got me started.
So I don't necessarily believe in it. I'm more of a realist, so I always try to find the real reason why things happen, you know, the more explainable reasons that things happen. Can't always explain things that happen, but I do my best to try to figure them out. I wouldn't say that I absolutely don't believe in it. I've always believed that there's stuff that you'll never explain. It's kind of a weird thing for me, on the fence, you know.
I don't go in the cemetery a whole lot, mainly because I don't want to go in there after dark because of the restrictions that they've placed there. The church, I haven't heard anything at all. I'm sure as old as it is, something's happened, but I don't know about it. As far as the bridge, that's what drew me down there, was the legends that I had heard. So I had to see it for myself. As
a young teenager, you know, we've been out that way and we're told some stories, glowing tombstones and weird voices under the bridge, and the tales that people tell, you know, and the stories change over time. You know, hangings, you know, people hanging themselves from the bridge. The story that comes to my mind was a battered housewife that lived out that way, farmer's wife, and hung herself from the bridge. I had heard that somebody had hung themselves. I had heard the story about the children in the school bus going off. I'm a little leery about going out there at night because of the supposed activity, satanic worshipers, that kind of thing. I was told that somebody saw hooded figures coming out of a field one night, and it scared them off. They didn't want to go there. I had always heard that they did stuff like that and sacrificed people under that bridge and this kind of stuff, and spiritual stuff that goes on out there, and lynchings from back in the 1800s when they would catch, Indians or stuff like that, robbers, and I mean, there's all kinds of stories, so.
Legends and rumors that surround the area include multiple hangings. One is of a man who was so grief-stricken after he could not save his girlfriend from drowning in the river below, that he hung himself from the bridge. One of an abused housewife who became tired of her abuse and hung herself from the bridge. And even a supposed old witch that was hung from an oak tree nearby and buried in an unmarked grave at the cemetery. Also, legend states that a school bus driver who was drunk crashed and went off the bridge into the river below. All the children and the driver died in the terrible accident. Other legends include that of an old Indian burial site nearby, lynchings that were performed, satanic rituals, and even sacrifices done at the bridge. Another story that seems to span the decades is one of an old truck that will appear directly behind people and chase them out of the area, all to disappear without a trace.
As far as the Indians go, I didn't know about the supposed Indian camp until recently. I do know that I was down there and it was just me and I think my mom, and she didn't walk on the bridge, but I did, and I was taking pictures, and it was just getting dark, and I started taking a lot of pictures, and then as I walked off the bridge makes this noise when you're walking on it. It's kind of doing, doing, doing kind of a noise. Well, it started doing that real fast because something was running at me, and I had no idea what it was, but I knew something was running at me. And then later when I pulled up my pictures and I had to lighten it a lot, there's an Indian standing with one foot on the railing and the other, like his hand is up, like he's coming over. He looks mad. He looked really mad at me, and I'm assuming that it was him running at me is what I was hearing. I had heard recently that there was a rumor of a burial site, but then a man contacted me and he said that's not a rumor, that's true, and it's within feet of the end of that bridge. And my friend that went with me the last time we went down there, she is a medium, an excellent medium, and she said, I don't know what's going on, but there are Indians all standing. One of them actually is on a horse. It's like a group of them, and they're watching us. And she has an Indian spirit guide, and he was watching them. I assume it's because they're a different tribe, because from what I hear, I know he's Comanche and they are Kiowa. So I'm assuming it was like a this ain't gonna work kind of a thing,
We were sitting on the bridge one night. You could actually see off of both sides of the bridge, back towards the cemetery. The road kind of wrapped around the cemetery, and the road coming from the other way, you could see a pretty good ways out. You could hear a car coming just from the tires on the road. It was an older road, so there was loose gravel here and there, and we would always know if a car was coming. We would jump in our vehicles and leave. No big deal. And one particular night, I remember we were just sitting there on the bridge, and headlights turned on us, and it was right at the bridge, like right there, 20 feet from us. So of course we scrambled, jumped in the car, burned off, and headlights followed us almost back to Highway 195, and then they disappeared, like they turned off, but there wasn't any road there, no driveways. So we turned around and went back, because we were playing somebody's messing with us. Never saw the truck, never saw where it went, and we were cruising back through there pretty good. We should have caught up to it if there was a truck there. So that always kind of played on me as kind of weird. And I'd never really heard of anybody else having that situation come up until recently, which was like, kind of get the gears a turning a little bit. So.
And one of the things this time, because I knew there were supposed to be child spirits there, was I took a little gremlin, like a motion activated doll, and you just touch it and it starts dancing and swaying back and forth. And the child spirits, we were talking with them, and they kept saying kitty, kitty, and I thought they were talking like maybe one of them's name was Kitty. But then I realized that these spirits are from a long time ago, and they weren't familiar with gremlins, so they thought that was a kitty. Clear as day, the last time you could hear one of the spirits saying so much gold. which that area is known for, or the land passes period, is known for hidden gold from like the conquistadors or whatever, you know, that had one man supposedly hid so many mule loads of gold or whatever. So all the way from Fort Hood area all through Central Texas, Belton, all the whole area is said to have hidden treasure. So that really intrigued me when he said that.
And so I always chalked it up to maybe we were just focused on something else, or we were talking and just didn't pay attention. But, you know, bringing it back up, and I look back on it, I still am on the fence on it, because we were always cautious that if someone was coming, we didn't want to get in trouble. So we were always pretty much paying attention to traffic, you know, and cars would roll up on us every once in a while, and we never knew who they were, but we would just get in our car and drive off. Not a big deal, because you'd see them. You'd see headlights, or you'd hear tires. But that particular time, you know, like I said, it just showed up. Like, it wasn't, we didn't hear anything coming, we didn't see anything coming, and we were pretty good about getting out of the way before anything ever got to the bridge. So that was always kind of a weird scenario for me, especially now that other people have had the same scenario that they've brought up, and especially the fact that it's over such a long span of time. You know, like, I could understand 10 years apart, but some of these stories are 30, 40, 50 years apart.
The bridge, which is now blocked off due to countless acts of vandalism and destruction, is a place of many mysterious happenings. It is said by some locals to be a place of downright pure evil. Whatever you may believe or not, one thing is certain, that with so many tales and rumors surrounding the area, one should take extreme caution when entering the graveyard and bridge.
First off, safety. Don't go alone. That's any ghost hunt. Don't go alone. It's not safe. Always respect the dead. I don't care where you're at. Respect the dead. Because if you think they can't mess you up, they can. If they want to, they can. They're just people. Treat them like people. You know, be respectful.
I think that those kind of presence, you know, spiritual or demonic or whatever, I think plays off of your own emotions. I would just tell people that know yourself more than anything, because having an open mind, like a lot of people say, we got to have an open mind, you know, but in the event that the paranormal is bigger than we think it is, I think an open mind is not the way to approach it. I think you need to either know you believe it or know that you don't believe it. You know, I would say if you're going to go out there and check it out and try to investigate, you need to know what you believe before you go. That's what I would say.
Depending on your level of sensitivity especially, you have to remember that the dead can attach to you. If they want to go home with you, they will. And it's always a good idea to say what I call my parting prayer would be, thank you for communicating with me, but you need to stay here. You're not welcome in my home. You're not welcome to go home with me. You're not welcome to attach yourself to me or anything I have with me. I say it every time I go anywhere like that.